Hello everyone, we're here at Parashat Noach. Parashat Noach is fascinating parsha. Tells us about Noach building the Teva, the ark, and going in with the flood, the Mabul, and afterwards the story with Noach and the wine and the vineyard, and with Migdal Bavel. It's a jam-packed parsha with so much to cover. But what's interesting about it is the Torah starts out and tells us, Noach ish tzaddik tamim haya bedorotav. Noach was a righteous person in his generation. Because it says in his generation, Chazal tell us some of the rabbis saw this as a positive thing, some of them saw it as a negative thing. So some of the commentators look at this and say Noach wasn't really righteous. One of these commentators has critique on Noach is Rashi. And Rashi is really an important commentator because he gives us an overlook of everything that came before him. And he says, Noach miktanei ha'emunah haya. Noach was a man of small belief. And he continues and he says that Noach wasn't really sure if he was going to get in until the water was already pouring down that he goes into the Teva. The question is, the Torah itself tells us that Noach was a righteous person. Why are the commentators telling us that Noach wasn't? The second thing is, or not that he wasn't, but that he didn't have a lot of belief. The second thing is, how long did it take Noach to build the ark? It says that it took Noach 120 years to build the Teva before the flood starts. Now, these two things together show us something very, very powerful. The purpose of the building of the ark, the reason that it took so long and Hashem doesn't just snap his fingers and Noach has a Teva, is so that people would have a chance to ask Noach a question, or for Noach to say, hey, you see, I'm building this ark. And both of those things would have caused people to say, oh my gosh, Noach is building this thing for 120 years, chopping down trees, building, measuring, and bringing all of the animals and doing all of this. What's going on, Noach? Oh, there's a flood because the flood is coming because people are misbehaving. We better get in line. But Noach doesn't go out of his way to tell people this. And that is an insane thing that we see about Noach. The Torah tells us that there's generations of bad people. But only when Noach comes, God decides to destroy the world and save only Noach. And the reason is because of Noach. Now there is potential to start the world over again. But what is Noach's job? And this is what the commentators have a problem with Noach. It says, Noach, you had a responsibility to your generation. But what does Rashi say? Noach didn't believe enough. Noach didn't believe enough. Not that he didn't believe in God, but he didn't believe in himself. When Hashem tells Avraham, he says, I'm going to destroy stone. When Hashem tells Moshe, I'm going to destroy the nation, both of them say, I'm going to fight you for it. I'm going to argue with you. And Noach doesn't do that. Hashem says, I'm going to destroy the world. And Noach says, okay, it's your world. You want to destroy it, destroy it. And that is the problem that the commentators have. They say Noach didn't believe, not in God, but in himself. He didn't believe in himself. He didn't believe that he had the power to change things, that he had the power to change God's decision, that he would be able to convince other people to come and join. And that is the downfall of Noach. And now we finished the Chagim, and we are starting the year. And with everything in the year, we have what are we going to do this year? We had a whole tons of discussions around Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Sukkot, about personal growth. But how does that actually happen in our day-to-day? And the answer is like this. We look at it and we say, I believe. Not only I believe in God, but I believe in myself. I believe that I have the power to make a difference. I believe that I have a power to influence myself and those around me. Shabbat Shalom.